Hi, everyone. Happy Monday, and welcome to the Northern Kentucky Spotlight Podcast powered by CKREU. I'm your host, Sarah Brookbank. We have two great interviews on the podcast today. First up, Kyle Shumate of Schaefer Hackett highlights the Business Impact Awards happening on May 7th and how you can get your tickets. We are also joined by Abbey Cummins of Everything Cincy. She talks about how you can take advantage of our cost-saving partnership with Everything Cincy. Thank you to our podcast sponsor, CKREU, Google and Amazon advertising experts. I won't waste your time. Let's go hear from our sponsor, meet our members of the week, and Katie and I will be back with this week's guests.
Ranking on Google Search and Maps is easy to understand, but hard to do. It requires constant effort and attention, uploading new photos, responding to Google reviews, writing weekly posts, and checking suggested updates. Google listing optimization takes experience and time, and there are no shortcuts. CKREU gives your Google My Business account the steady, consistent attention it needs to be effective, optimizing, updating, and expanding critical content every single week. From local retail stores to large regional networks, CKREU generates content, establishes benchmarks, and creates dramatic, measurable increases in engagement. So what can CKREU do for your business? More calls, more clicks, more clients.
Congratulations to our members of the week. You can learn more about these businesses by following the Northern Kentucky Chamber on social media, where we highlight one of these businesses each day. Now, let's meet our members of the week. The mission of the Point Arc of Northern Kentucky is to provide opportunities to people with intellectual and developmental disabilities to reach their highest potential educationally, residentially, socially, and vocationally. Risk Strategies, part of the Brown & Brown team, helps clients protect the things that matter most to them. Mazak Corporation is a global leader in the design and manufacturing of productive machine tool solutions. As part of the University of Kentucky Cooperative Extension Service, the Boone County Cooperative Extension connects Boone County residents and Kentuckians with free educational programs, research, innovative solutions, and resources. K. Anderson Jewelers is a custom and wholesale jewelry store with on-site repair, vintage restoration, a small showroom with pre-owned vintage and in-house designs available to the public. Hi, everyone. Today on the podcast, I am joined by Kyle Shumate of Schaefer Hackett. Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
I am excited to have you on. We're not talking about Schaefer Hackett today. We are talking about Business Impact Awards that is happening on May 7th. It's one of my favorite chamber events of the year. You've been involved for a number of years as our chair. Tell us about it.
Yes. So the Business Impact Awards is my favorite event of the year. It's great for networking and really great for celebrating all the great companies around NKY and the things that they're doing. Mm-hmm. And so with all that being said, there's plenty of awards, and I know a lot of people come from the networking. So definitely worth checking out. Yeah, it's a really tight event program, which I love every year. Yes. And you mentioned that networking. It is a huge part of the beginning. We have a nice happy hour. We have a photo booth. And then we run through a list of incredible awardees, incredible honorees. Tell us a little bit about the Business Impact Award categories that we have. Yeah, you mentioned, obviously, it's about the networking and the awards. And I love the format because there's so many different events around town. And some of them are long award programs and some are short. This one, 45 minutes, which is great. So it's networking, obviously, from 4 to 5. And then from 5 to 5:45 are the actual awards themselves. And then there's a little bit of networking and an after party after the fact, which we'll talk more about. But going along the awards, there's the small, mid-size, and large business awards. We also have the various Community Champions Awards, too, as well, for for-profit and nonprofits. There's the Innovation Awards, Startup Award, Heritage Award for companies that have been in business for more than 25 years. Cool Place to Work. And then new this year, the Judges Award. Yeah, tell us a little bit about the Judges Award. I know for the past couple of years, we've had almost like you have the core of the awards, and then it's like almost every other year we have like a new one pop up. Tell us about this Judges Award. Yeah, so I was not on the Judges Committee until a couple of years back. And one thing I noticed pretty quickly, we had over 200 nominations, a lot of really, really good ones that people spend a lot of time on. And there were so many times where it's just such a close call when we're going through the different nominations. And so when you're going through 25, 30, 35 applications, we had a lot of times there was a 1A and a 1B. And so we wanted to find a way also to recognize a company that really had a great application that was just that close runner-up. Mm-hmm. And so that's what we ended up doing is we found 5 that were really that close runner-up, and we picked one that we thought was worthy of winning.
Yeah, that's really exciting. And so for the people that haven't been to BIA or don't know much about BIA, so in each category, we have 5 finalists. And then from those finalists, you pick a winner, which will be announced on May 7th at the event. But tell us a little bit about these finalists, the type of businesses that we see. You said there's 200 plus applications. It's anybody and everybody, it feels like.
Yes, they really run the gamut. You mentioned it. For instance, I judged the small business category, and most of these companies had 5 employees or less. Mm-hmm. But you also have some of the bigger award categories like large business and heritage that could have thousands of employees. So that's what I also love too as well, is it really truly is recognizing all the different great things and great organizations across NKY.
Yeah, and I really love that. You've kind of touched on like the parts of the things that you like about the Business Impact Awards. But as you look to this year, what are you most looking forward to?
I'm really looking forward to the change in venue. Mm-hmm. And so there's a lot of great different event spaces around the area. Megacorp Pavilion, it just really screams to me celebration. Yeah. And so with an awards event like this, there's a lot of cool things that we can do with AV and lights and different things that we can do to really celebrate companies and make it really feel like an awards type of event.
Yeah.
And the after party is another thing I'm excited about too, because people do come for networking. And so we'll be at the Market Bar right across the street from Megacorp right after the event. And so people can continue the celebration right after the fact.
Yeah, I really like that. And a little bit different than years past with the new venue, new location, secondary location for the after party. Tell us a little bit more about those nitty gritty details. So the when, what, where, how to register.
Yes, for sure. So again, you mentioned obviously May 7th, the event's 4 to 7 o'clock. The program itself is only 45 minutes, which is great. Where to register, make sure to go to the Northern Kentucky Chamber's website. Mm-hmm. On the homepage, you'll see the event calendar. If you can't find it there, the event calendar is also in the navigation too as well. And you'll see us posting all over social media in the weeks ahead. Yeah. So make sure you sign up. I know for chamber members, I believe it's $50, and for non-members, it's $60. So it's not a super expensive event either. And again, it's a great way to come and really celebrate other companies around the area, and really great for networking.
Yeah, and get to check out Megacorp, which is such a neat venue. I know a couple years back we had the Women's Initiative Regional Summit there, and it's really cool. You know, you're in a concert venue, but you have like all these great women speakers on stage. So I'm excited to see how we play it up for BIA this year.
Yes, I am too.
And then, like you said, nkychamber.com/events is going to be the direct link for that if you guys need to register. But one last question for you before I let you go. Mm-hmm. What do you think attendees are really going to get out of the event this year?
So in the past, and I don't expect to be any different this year, we'll probably have over 300 attendees. And so I think it's a good way to collaborate with your team for all the different companies that are there to celebrate, but also a great way to meet new people, new faces you maybe haven't seen before. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's one thing that really attendees should be looking forward to.
Yeah, a really great call on that one. Kyle, thank you so much for your time today and talking about Business Impact Awards with us. Before I let you go, any final thoughts, any final push to get people to register for this one?
One last thing. I know our big person that's actually going to be announcing the awards this year is Jamie Smith with the Business Courier. Great guy, personal friend of mine. So I had to shout him out, right? If you have an event that you really want to check out this year, this is one you don't want to miss. Again, the venue, the camaraderie, the celebration, and the people in the room. It's really going to be a really cool vibe.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. May 7th, Megacorp Pavilion. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks so much for having me.
Hi, everybody. It's Katie Forcade, and I am joined here with Abbey Cummins. Is that correct? Yep. CEO and founder of Everything Cincy. Now, Abbey, it's so nice to have you here today with us.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here.
Awesome. Now, tell me a little bit about Everything Cincy and what you all do.
So Everything Cincy is a digital media company where we work with local businesses, nonprofit organizations to really help impact their business and spread the word about what they have going on. And we do that through our website, which is one URL, one page, but it houses information for over hundreds and hundreds of businesses. So it's a great resource for the community. We do that through social media. We have over 100,000 followers when you combine our Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram together. And then we also have an emailer database that we help to promote our businesses that we partner with through too.
That's amazing. Oh my goodness. I love all of that just kind of in one space. Tell me a little bit about how Everything Cincy helps businesses stand out in a crowded market.
Yeah, it is very crowded, and our biggest thing is to have a package that really hits on all points on being part of the site. So you're getting that digital presence, but also being part of our social media channel. So now you're reaching people via social media. And then also with emailers, we like to repurpose our content. So if we put somebody in an email, well, they're going to take that information and repurpose it and put it out as a Facebook post. And then we also are going to upload that as a blog that goes onto our site. So you get that SEO and backlink for our clients. And so people always say they see Everything Cincy everywhere. And that's because we're kind of have a system to it. And so I think that definitely makes us stand out and hopefully help gets our clients in front of as many people as they can.
That's awesome. Oh my goodness. Now, obviously through the Northern Kentucky Chamber, there's a lot of different benefits people can take advantage of. Tell me a little bit about the savings benefits you offer chamber members.
Yeah, so for any chamber member, we offer 50% off of any of our partnership packages, and then also our Everything Local membership. So if you didn't want to do a whole package with us, but you did want to offer an exclusive deal, you can do that. And it's only $25 a month at the 50% off rate. So it's a great way, very low cost. You should be able to get your return on investment with just a few people that redeem that exclusive deal. So that's a really good opportunity. But you can also join as a consumer that wants to access all of the exclusive deals. And that is also 50% off for chamber members. So no matter if they work with Everything Cincy or not, they still can join as an Everything Local consumer member and get that 50% off, and then go and explore all of these great local businesses and get a great deal at them as well.
That's awesome. Oh my goodness. And why should businesses take advantage of this, and how does this benefit them?
Yeah, I mean, the cost when you incorporate the 50% off discount, our price points people say are already very reasonable. And so then when you add in the 50% off discount, you are truly getting a lot for your money. Like I said, we're not just pushing stuff out through one channel. We're using all of the different vehicles, if you will, that we use to promote our businesses. And so it's definitely a really, really good, affordable way to market your business. And I'm all about I love a good deal. So that's one thing that, I wanted to start this site and I wanted to have the savings and all of that. But this truly is an amazing deal for a local business to have a really big impact and reach a large audience through the partnership with Everything Cincy.
That's awesome. And obviously, if a business sees this as like, oh my God, this is amazing, how can they get started with taking advantage of this program?
Yeah, and one other thing that I do say, and another reason why I think it's important to partner, it doesn't have to be with Everything Cincy, but I think it's so important to partner with anybody that is in media or things of that, because it takes 7 to 8 touch points, they say, before somebody really realizes or recognizes something. And so when you partner with a business like Everything Cincy or a local influencer, or run an ad in a magazine or a TV commercial or radio commercial, you're helping to reach those touch points quicker. And so that's one of the things why partnerships are so important, and why I tell every business, because I was in advertising prior to launching Everything Cincy, but if you want to reach a larger audience, you got to bring partners on to help you do that. It's hard just to do it alone. And so that's why Everything Cincy even has partners as our business through Local 12 and Cincy Refined, because that only helps us to reach a larger audience as well. And then the other question that you asked was remind me of the last question. I'm sorry. Oh, how people can get involved.
Yeah, if they see
How
this
can
and they go, oh my goodness, I need to be involved with this. This sounds amazing. How can they start taking advantage of, this program?
Yeah, so if they go to the website, everythingcincy.com, and it's CINCY, not I, and you go to the More tab at the top, and you go down, there's a button for you can fill out the inquiry form. And so you can fill out all that information and send it in to us, or you can just send an email to info@everythingcincy.com, and somebody on our team, probably me, will be getting back in touch with you.
I love it. Oh my goodness. And in terms of, I know you've talked about, just some of the different deals and stuff that you offer. And I know you mentioned the Everything Local membership. Aside from that being a really good price point for people to take advantage of, is there anything different from some of the other deal discount programs you offer that kind of just, compares to a little bit?
Yeah, the nice thing about the membership is you pay the monthly fee. So at 50% off, it's only $5. And then that gives you access to all of the deals that are live on the site. Some things are completely free. Some things are buy one, get one. So the nice thing about it is you don't have to buy the deal right away. I know some of the deal sites, you have to purchase it before it goes away, and then you may not use it, and but you don't want to miss out on the deal, and so you're like, and I know so many times I've done that, and then I've not even used the deal. And so this is nice because it is a low monthly fee, and it basically just unlocks access for you to all of the deals. And then you have you can choose on your own time which deal you want to go and take advantage of. And it tells you like when it will expire. So as long as you go before the deal expires, you can use it, and you can use it more than once as well. So that's the nice thing too.
That's so cool. Oh my goodness. That's awesome. Actually, I love that. I love to hear about.
Yeah. So like if you go, out, like for me, I'm like, if I'm going out to lunch for a business lunch, and I can go to this spot and get a burger and fries for this deal, over, I'm going to go and choose this burger spot because that's like, I like to take advantage of savings and stuff. So there's so many really good options for savings on there. And that's another fun thing is like, it doesn't just it's not just food, or it's not just spa services. It's across the board. So there's a lot of family friendly and fun activities to do. The zoo has a deal up. I know the aquarium is getting one up, but we have like restaurants like E&O and Cincinnati Lager House, formerly known as Moorline Lager House. So really, really great things that is good for the whole family to use.
Definitely. And it's, it's not like a one size fits all. It's something for everybody at the end of the day, which I love. Oh my goodness. Now, do you have anything exciting coming up that people should be aware of?
We do. So one of the things I can't announce yet, but I can give a little hint that we will be getting a lot more food deals to the site. So for the exclusive deals through the membership. So we're really excited about that. And then another fun thing coming this May, we are launching an app. And so I have wanted to do an app, but it's, it takes time to grow. I'm always like one foot in front of the other, but I think it's time. I think the site is an amazing resource, but especially with this new deal program and stuff, an app will make it so much easier for people to be able to redeem the deals. And I've always wanted to do an app where it is able to be map integrated. So based off of your location, you can get recommendations. It geo-targets, so you can set up a certain like notification range. And if you're within that range you set up, it will ping you like, hey, there's a deal nearby. You should check it out at business and what the deal is. It will have guides and tours. So we'll have like a happy hour tour, and we're going to gamify some of the things. So the app, there will be differences from the app from the site, but it's just taking us another step in the right direction. It's also going to have a digital concierge part of it. So you can ask it a question, and it will pull information from the businesses that we work with that are live on the app or the site and give you information to your questions. So again, if you were like, where's a great lunch deal or a great spot to get lunch at around Cincinnati, it's going to look who we work with, and it's going to pull like 5 to 10 different ideas, or it will ask you like, what area of town are you looking for? And it will pull ideas from that. It's kind of crazy, but it takes like 2 or 3 months to train this AI bot to do its job correctly. But I'm very excited because there's even times where I'm like, I can't think of something to do. Like I have all of these businesses I work with, but when you're on the go and you're just like, I need a coffee shop, and you can ask it, and it will give you like what's nearby you. And so really cool.
That is so, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I'm like excited to see that launch for you because that just sounds so amazing, so intricately put together. So I'm really excited to see that kind of come out. Really hope to see that launch sometime soon. And
May 2026. So
May, wow.
Yeah, May is our date that we're really pushing for. The goal is to launch it on 513 Day.
Oh,
May 13th.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, so very Cincinnati.
I love it.
But I'm really excited. I think people will be blown away with all of the components of the app. And I think it's something that our city needs.
Yeah, I love it. Is there anything else, I've missed asking about that you'd like to talk about, share?
I'm trying to think. We really are just moving and grooving right now. If anybody ever has, I love getting ideas for like content or ideas of things that we could add to the site that people would want to see, or recommendations. We've started, we obviously have our Everything Cincy Facebook page, but we started our Everything Cincy, our Everything Local recommendation group on Facebook, where people can go and give recs, and then they can talk about like great experiences they've had around the city. So we'll go in and put a teaser of like, where's a great lunch spot? And then a lot of people like comment their favorite lunch spots. And so that's been really fun. But yeah, I'm very open to receive from the community. We're building this for the community. So like anybody has any ideas or things that we aren't doing that you think could be cool for us to incorporate, definitely send us an email at info@everythingcincy.com, and we'll take a look at it.
Awesome. Well, that's awesome. It's been nice talking to you today, Abby. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us.
Yes. No, this is great. Thank you so much.
Of course. You have a good rest of your day, okay?
You too.
Thank you to our Investors Circle members. Our Investors Circle members help us promote and support the development of strong businesses and a vibrant economy in the Northern Kentucky region. Thank you to all of these members for their investment, which will help the Northern Kentucky Chamber of Commerce in our mission to develop and grow a thriving business community. Northern Kentucky needs tailored solutions to address our housing shortage. Home for All, Northern Kentucky Housing Strategies, explores how we can retain young adults, help older residents downsize or age in place, and ensure new neighbors have housing options that fit their lives. Dive into the report at housingNKY.org. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the podcast featuring Kyle and Abbey. Like Kyle and I talked about, the 2026 Business Impact Awards presented by Huntington Bank are happening on Thursday, May 7th. These awards celebrate the success and strength of the Northern Kentucky business community by recognizing businesses, small and large, new and long-standing, who are impacting the community through innovation, creativity, strong business practices, and leadership. You can register to join us on Thursday, May 7th at Megacorp Pavilion at nkychamber.com/events. And before I close out today, I would like to once again thank our podcast sponsor, CKREU, Google and Amazon advertising experts. Finally, if you are a member who would like to be featured on the podcast, or if you're someone who is interested in joining the Northern Kentucky Chamber of Commerce, please reach out to Lynn Ablin. You can find her contact information on the screen if you're a viewer, and our listeners can find that at nkychamber.com/staff. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll talk to you next week.